Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm standing in front of the GX470 again, and we're gonna do another headlight swap. If you guys remember last year, I had changed out the headlights on my dad's GX470, but he had an accident, that car got totaled, and he bought another one just the exact same color, almost the exact same model and everything, just a couple years newer. On today's video, we're gonna change out the headlights again, put in some new LED bulbs, and pretty much get this thing as nice as the other one that he had. So when he got this one a while back, the headlights weren't as bad, but the clear coat has started to peel on here, and you can see it's all just coming apart right now. So I just went ahead and just ordered a new set of headlights, the aftermarket Eagle Eyes, which are only like 250 bucks. They're pretty affordable right now considering how old this car is, but they must make a lot of them. So they're not that expensive. Even the OEM ones, if you wanted original OEM ones, you can still get these. I don't know how much longer they're gonna have them available, but they are available right now for about 400 bucks each from Bell Lexus Parts online. If you really wanted the OEM ones, you can hop on those, but I just couldn't pass up $230, $240 for a set of the aftermarket Eagle Eyes. One of the things I never really liked about even the original ones, brand new, they've got this like greenish tint on it. It looks really ugly. I like the sport ones, so that's why I got the aftermarket sport ones. The sport ones are just a darker chrome. They're much more clear, and they look much better in my opinion. So these are the Eagle Eye aftermarket ones. If you guys want these exact same ones, go ahead and check out the links down in the description. I'll have a link to these. Like I said, they're like 230, 240 bucks. I just couldn't pass that up for a whole set of these shipped to my door. With this Eagle Eye brand, they're also made in Taiwan. All these lights that are made in Taiwan, they're much better quality than some of the China ones, especially those aftermarket ones. Taiwan's known for their quality as far as parts made overseas, especially headlights and car parts. So you want to stick with Taiwan parts if you can versus China parts. So prior to even putting these on, I did put a coat of ceramic coat on here, some Avalon King. If you guys need some of that Avalon King for your own paint, headlights, or whatever you're doing, check out the links down in the description to this. They're pretty affordable, and it's a very good DIY system. There are other systems out there, but I really like the affordability and the ease of the Avalon King stuff. So for the LED bulbs I'm going to be using today, I'm using these Autoone LED lights right here. These are 32,000 lumens total for the set. As far as the build quality on these, they're really nice. They've got the fans on the back of each of them. They've got the separate drivers so it doesn't overheat off to the side that you can zip tie to something. And they're all aluminum construction, all metal. So the quality of these, as well as the cobs and the LEDs that they use, are pretty nice as far as I can see from just looking at the packaging and the presentation of this. I've tried a bunch of other different brands in the past, and these are on par with some of the more costly brands. If you need these same exact ones, go ahead and check out the links down in the description. I also have a 15% off coupon on there if you guys want to get a set of your own. But in the package, they come with these gloves right here so you can handle the bulbs and change them out. In addition, they come with some zip ties. They come with some extra set screws and an Allen key, because these are the ones that you can actually rotate. These are H11s, but if you have like an H9 or some of the other ones, or your orientation is kind of weird inside your headlight, you can actually turn this thing by unscrewing that set screw right here in that hole and rotate them, so that way you get the perfect beam and the correct optics out of it. So I won't bore you guys with the details of how to take the bumper off and actually change these headlights. If you want those exact same details, check out the link right up here to my previous video where I did the exact same thing and I showed you exactly how to take the bumper off. So for this video, I'm gonna go ahead and just time lapse taking the bumper off, taking the old headlights off, and get everything in. But before we start, I'm gonna go ahead and just measure the output of the existing LEDs I have in these old ones. I'm actually gonna swap in these guys right here into there just to see the comparison between that other brand that I'm using in there now plus these Autoones, to see if there's a big difference right now in output. And then after we put the new ones in with the Autoones, I'll go ahead and measure it again and see how much improvement we get. So we first measured the old ones. We got about 538, 540 lux. Now that we've got the new bulbs in here, we're hitting about 700 in the same location, the same position where I'm recording it at now. I think it's slowly dropping now because my battery is probably draining while I'm running this without the car on. I'll go ahead and charge the battery for the next test, but it was hitting like 708 or something when we first started. All right, you guys saw that time lapse of me taking the front bumper and the headlights and everything off. If you saw my previous video, we go through all the steps for that, but for this one, we basically just sped through. But if you guys want to know, it's basically take all the 10 millimeters around the edge there, up here against the fender right there, and then one right there, all the 10 millimeters underneath that hold the splash guard and the center guard together. The headlights are only held on by 3 10mm screws, so you take those out. But there's a cross bracket right here, that's that one down there on both sides. There's one bolt in the edge here and then 2 nuts on the side. You just take those off, take that out of the way so you can pull the headlight off and just unplug everything. And that's pretty much it. Very simple as far as the headlights go. Now that I've got this all open, I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe some stuff down, just get this thing cleaned up and then put the new headlights on. So once you get the headlights off, you actually have to transplant this harness right here along with that bracket over to the new headlight, including all the bulbs, the high beam and everything over. One thing I noticed that all GX owners have, we have this whole issue of this thing melting with the incandescent bulb that comes out of here. This thing just runs way too hot. So I've actually got a separate video on doing LED bulbs for these, along with the load resistor outside of the headlight. Go ahead and check that video out once I post that video to show you how to do that with the load resistors and everything. But I'll have a separate video with the details on that. But for this video on the headlight, we'll just go ahead and swap it over and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. But for the detail install video, the LEDs and the load resistors, go ahead and check that out later. This headlight has a graveyard of 3 old melted bulbs and busted bulbs inside that hole. That's freaking crazy. I've never seen that before. So we swap the harness over to here. Just make sure you put everything back on here as far as where all the wire management and everything is. Just tuck all that away and we're pretty much ready to go put this thing back onto the car now. So we got everything bolted back on, plugged up. So what I'm going to do now is I got to put it on the front of the garage. We'll make sure the headlights are even and level, and then we'll put all the trim back on because right now we need to access the adjustment bolt right here on both sides, and we need the cover off to do that. All right, we got it back on, same location, measuring it about 200 lux more than the previous one on the old headlights because of these newer clear lenses on here. So we're getting pretty good improvement overall as expected. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on this video on changing the headlights right here on the GX470. As you can see, this is another repeat video, but we went ahead and did it anyways just because I had to do it again and I just wanted to film it. Anyways, if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notifications to get notified every time I upload a video. For all these different projects, if I can do it, you can do it. I want to thank you for watching and I'll talk to you guys next time.